on WTW. Here it is. If you can break 21, that'd be even better. Hey, good morning, YouTube fans. I'm not going to look at you because I'm looking at my trading platform right now. But again, trading could be easy. We have a trade that works pretty much 100% of the time since May 1st. We are now at 198 trades in a row. But I want to clarify that for a minute for you guys that are saying, what the hell are you talking about? How come you're not a billionaire if something's worked 193 times in a row? I'll explain. Because even though these trades work pretty damn well, and right now we're in WTW long, we had, you know, I'm not going to get into the trades we did. I just want to talk about the trades that work, that didn't work. That was kind of the point of my whole video right now. And by the way, we're in WTW long because it is in a reversal right now. So WTW looking for 2105 to break right now. And, you know, let's see it get through the 05 and we'll be looking pretty good. But the reason that trading is easy yet hard is that you want to do other things. And I understand. The market seems to go up every day. You want to own stocks. You read about some company that you want to own. You want to be a part of something, like me and my Funko dolls, right? Funko, I got Funko everywhere in my house. I mean, I've spent thousands of dollars on Funkos. I like them. Bob Marley Funko, Captain Kirk Funko, Joe Namath Funko, Funko, right? So I'm thinking, hey, let me buy the stock. Guess what? Pops on the earnings report, sell it in the pre-market. Lucky trade, whether or not you think it's luck, I think it's skill, because I don't ever look at a market or a stock that's gapped up as a buy. You buy a stock at $20 and it's gapped up to 24 bucks, it's a sell. No matter what, it's a sell. And not only was Funko a sell that day, but we shorted it and made some money on the way down, right? But when it got back to 20, we thought, hey, look who's back to 20. Let's do that trade again. And we buy it again, but this time we looked at it as an investment. And what did it do? It tanked 2 more points. So now I've taken all that beautiful money I made on the Funko, on that short, and I've thrown it basically out the window. So let's talk about NIO, right? Crushing this NIO, loved it from $8.50, $9.50, got the $10 break, right? Loved the $10 break on it yesterday, right? But the company was reporting earnings. So we took most of it off the table, but I had some on with a call spread, and I let it go because look, I'm in a call spread. The stock's looking pretty good. And what do I get? A 20% down day in my FOCH. But what did we do today? When NIO held the 808 and broke back above 833, we bought 5,000 shares, and we made 20 cents on the 5,000 shares for a $1,000 profit. And now we don't care about NIO except for the 1 or 2 contracts I have in limbo that are probably going to go to shit. We've got a trade that's worked 192 times in a row. Oh, basically 196 times today because AMBA worked, Amrin worked, BZUN worked, CBay didn't work, but that wasn't an official reversal. And we had WTW the other day before that. And the list goes on and on and on since May, 196 in a row. So the question I used to ask myself and my people that I would do seminars, if something worked 80% of the time, because for years it was only 80%. Sorry, it was only 80% of the time. If something works 80% of the time, you're going to try it? Yeah. Everybody nods, shakes their head. Would it be the only thing you do, Mr. Jones, from this point on if it worked 80% of the time? And nobody says yes, because it's not in our nature. We want to explore new things. We're explorers. We want adventures. We want to be part of something. Whatever the case, I just want to reiterate it one more time. Every day trade I've done this year has worked as long as it's a reversal. And almost every other trade that I've done that's not a reversal has not worked. Shall we go back to the Alibaba disaster, or Jimmy's Yext disaster, or the Amrin smoke down that happened in November? Luckily, we traded out of that one pretty well. But then you got your NIO, your Funko. And if you held on to INSG a little bit too long, and now Clovis is back to 28.50. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So we've got something where collectively I made 20 points. Again, I'm trading 100 share lots a lot of times, 200 share lots, because I'm talking, I'm trading. And right now, if something's going on, I can't even do anything because I'm holding this microphone in my hand. But I'm here to help you guys. I'm not sitting in a chat room with 620 people that I've suckered into a chat room. And then I've got another 40 guys in the chat room that paid me 10 times the amount. So I say, hey, look, let's buy some cheap, low float bullshit stock. Hang on a second. Let me go now tell the other 660 people about it so we could sell it to them. See, that's not what we do, but that's what goes on. Okay. What we do is we train people how to trade like you're actually a real trader working for a real firm, if that's something that makes you get inspired. But we're trading real stocks with real reasonings. And we know why we're trading these things. We're not manipulating it. We're working the manipulation. But we're trading stocks like ANF, BZUN, CBAY, NEO, WB, WTW, Yext, legitimate stocks. 10 million shares traded on ANF today. 42 million in NEO. You're not manipulating these stocks. These are not low float bullshit companies either. Not that it matters what kind of company they are. We're just here for the movement. And then the reason that stock ownership is a waste of time. Think about how many times we've traded Ameren in the last 3 months. And if you look at the last 6 months since November, where's the stock gone? Nowhere. It crashed from 22.50 down to 12, back to 22.50. So the guy that's owned it the whole time, he's doing gadik squadoosh about it. And we've made money. And still to this day, I've made more money on that short when I was all pissed off in November. And then I got short the stock and I was saying how it was going to go to 10 or even 5. And I was all angry about it, taking flack because, you know, you can't talk badly about the Ameren trade without the Ameren psychopaths on the internet coming after you and your mother. Deal with it. The stock was going down. And now it's back. But that's the sickest part. That's the sickest thing about the Wall Street, the whole thing that we're doing here. Nobody ever wants to take responsibility for any losses. Right? I forgot. I don't even remember what company it was, but I'm joining what was it? Funko? Not Funko. Some stock that I own. I don't even remember which one it is now. But I got a letter in the mail that there's a class action suit that the investors were misled. Misled. Were we misled? Or was it just a sell on the news? I think it is Ameren I'm thinking about, right? The stock opens up, the news comes out, everybody's waiting for it, and the stock tanks down 50%. So now there's a class action suit. Oh, we were misled. No, it was just a sell on the news. There was no crime there. The crime was you staring at it. Oh, man, it's breaking 21. Maybe I should sell it. Oh, God, it's breaking 20. Maybe I should sell it. Oh, it's breaking 1950. Maybe I should sell it. Oh, it's breaking 19. Maybe I should sell it. There's the crime. The crime was you not reacting to it, not Ameren. But every day I got a stack of papers. They want to sue DDD. They want to sue Funko, which I should sue Funko. You want to sign PCG. I got a class action suit letter from PCG. Meanwhile, I never lost money on the stock once. I bought this thing at $7.50. We sold it that day, what, $10. Then we held some from $12.50 all the way to $15. Held from $15 all the way up to $19 that day. To me, this is the greatest stock in the world, but these guys are suing. We were misled. They didn't tell us they were going to start a fire and kill people. It's the worst industry in the world. That's why if you stay focused on just living for the day, live for the day and be done. Think I want to be worried about the Yext earnings coming out tonight? And that's why we're here. And that's why we're here. So far, January, February, and the beginning of this month, the earnings reversals are working almost every time. It's been a great trading market. And now we have Yext. So Yext, again, an indictment on the entire industry itself, because again, Yext which crashed from 27.50 all the way down to 12. Where were the downgrades? The downgrades came at 12. At 12, not at 27, not at 25 or 20 or 18.50 or 17 at 15.14. The downgrades came at 12. Bay 12, please. 12. And since the downgrades, you've had nothing but insider selling. Because I see that shit being posted on StockTwits all the time. They're so proud of themselves, copying, pasting stuff they read on the internet, and they copy and paste it into StockTwits like they're doing a job or something. Thanks. Thanks for copying, pasting lists of stocks. Thank you. Helps me trade. But all downgrades, all insider sells, and the stock goes up from $12 to $20.25, right? So here's what I'm saying. You know I still own Yext, right? You know I still own Yext. You know I still got those May 20s and 22.50 calls, right? So I'm rolling the dice. Yeah, rolling the dice, baby. So I'm here to give you this gift. I am over my life owning stocks into reports. NEO. I mean, Funko is all right. Funko is all right. We did get out, but then we bought it back like an idiot. But 99 times out of 100, if I own a stock going into an earnings report, it tanks. So this Yext is set up. It's made me believe. Ooh, it's over 20. Maybe this is the one. Maybe I'll be able to get some money out of my $20 and $22.50 calls that I bought. Ooh, maybe I could get out of this. The stock I still own for my kids from $22.50 cost average. No, none of that's going to happen. None of that's going to happen. What's going to happen is this fucking stock, not only is it going to tank tonight, right? Their software kills Chinese babies, causes cancer, and is somehow tied with a terrorist regime out of Sri Lanka. That's what's going to happen on Yext tonight. Ass raping, terrorism, and cancer. All in one night. And the stock's going to open up at $12.50 where it came from. So that's my gift to you. Am I telling you that I want this to happen? Obviously not. But my luck, after the world of day trading, which is what I'm good at, the Warlock knows. After this NEO and the Funko and this, any of this crap, that's what's going to happen tonight. So I'm giving you this present. And you can do what you want with this information because nothing I've ever said constitutes a buy or sell recommendation. We're just talking about chart patterns, fear, greed, momentum, and VWAP. I know nothing about these companies. I don't even know what Yext does. I read about it somewhere. Oh, that sounds like an interesting company, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? It was working pretty damn well up until the point where I bought those February 30 calls, which all expired worthless. Thanks a lot, Jimmy. But guess what? It's really nice to see the stock there back at $20 today, where I sold some of it. I'm not going to hold the whole lot going into the report. But I want you guys to witness what I'm talking about. And you're witnessing it right there in the NEO. Hey, that was a nice one. Thank God somebody said, do you know Andrew Left likes NEO? And did you know they were reporting tonight? And I was like, no, I did not know either one of those things. Let's not do this trade. And I took the finger off the button because I was about to load up on this bitch. Stock looked like it finally broke $10, right? Oh man, I got a call spread which was a no-brainer, which it could still work. It could still work. Is it? I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe NEO just blows out the next quarter because I'm all the way out into August. So if you want to follow along on another one of my shitty fucking positions, because positions suck, owning stocks suck, swing trading sucks, and buying options before earnings reports is the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Hence the reason this Yext. So let's go back. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the NEO, right? I'm in a $10 $16 call spread for August. I bought the 10s for $1 originally, and then I bought more at $1.50, and I sold the 16s for 50 cents. So legitimately, this stock could go to zero, and I'm only going to be out $1. Is it the worst thing in the world? No. But it's just another indictment on the fact that you just can't own stocks going into reports. Because then the next day, what are we doing? We're buying NEO. We're buying it there at 833. So trade is where it's at. Trading, at least you're in control. Trading, it's live. All you could do, you could take the loss. Once you hold it overnight, you're now in the hands of the matrix. You're in the hands of the unknown. But if you're trading live, all you got to do is click and press a button, and whatever's happening is over. Like the Urban Short. We're going to do a trade right here live. URBN. Shaping up for what we love. Rolling over. Earnings reversal. These guys are already short. I'm sitting here making a video. These guys are already short at 3109. Why 3109? Why 3109? 1 minute VWAP rollover. Our multi-day VWAP is 3062. So these guys are already making money on this trade. And I'm sitting here with a microphone. So nice trade going on right here on the Urban for a possible 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. The trade that works 100% of the time. And look at these guys are starting to make more money on this Urban as it rolls over. URBN, nice trade. Again, full disclosure, I'm not in this trade. These guys are in the trade because I've taught them well. Because I am the guru. See, these guys are in a trade that I should be in right now. Good for you. Good for you. I hope it tanks right now, right down to 30 bucks, baby. Come on. Show the world this great trade that always works. Boom. There you go. You're into the negative. Now what are you looking for? Now you look for the next multi-day VWAP. Where could it go? All right, you got that. You got your 3058. Now you got your 3067. Well, let's go back. Oh, man, the multi-day VWAPs aren't really giving us much of a guide here. So what can we do? Let's look at some pre-market areas. There's an area, 3013. But you guys are already making money. Now that you got the full rollover, you obviously want to try to milk this trade. But under 30.5, you take 30.5 as your stop now. Hopefully you get this down to 3013 where you should be bidding into it right now. Bid into the Urban to cover some of this short from 3109 and bid into it. So if it spikes down, you're sitting there waiting. You don't want to wait till it gets there and then send the order because then the high-frequency scumbags get in your way and they take your trade that you should be doing. You got to put your order out there. But nice trade. So let me reiterate. Yext, I'll say 0. They just open up at 0 tomorrow. Just get it over with. Gone. Just wipe it off. Delisted. Cancer, AIDS, ass raping, whatever the news is, it's going to be awful because that's my luck. And we'll see. Do I want any of that to happen? Obviously not. I'd love to see this thing get taken over at $50. So me and Jimmy could skip away into the sunset. Right, Jimmy? So my point, if I haven't drove it right into your fotches. By the way, your BZUN. Yeah, phenomenal. Phenomenal. See these guys? I can live vicariously through these dudes now. Because these guys bought BZUN coming out of the ash crack bottom, as we call it, to revert back to the 1 minute VWAP, to break back above the VWAP. And my God, once again, I'm sitting here with a microphone and these guys are making money. Look at that trade. Damn, people. Are you kidding me? You see how it came out of the bottom range? Here's your bottom range when you guys were talking about it. 3805. right to the VWAP at 39.07, and now you're at the multi-day VWAP. Oh my God, what a trade. Awesome. Phenomenal stuff. And what's really great about today is that the day's over. They're making a little bit more scratch on the Urban and the BZUN. I'm done. The BZUN I'm going to show you tonight. I'm going to put the chart up. I did this trade in the beginning of the day. The sickest thing was that it was a reversal to the upside first, and then it rolled over. That's why I love this market. You're able to short, long, everything's working. Everything's working as if you're disciplined. But once you take something overnight, it's a whole different ball game. And by the way, this BZUN pulls back to 38 bucks again, might be a good buy. But right now, these guys are sitting there with Urban short. Nice. Yesterday, we had one of the biggest trades in the history of Hit the Bid with a hoo-ha, hoo-yah. Pretty sick trade. Reversal to the downside first, then to the upside. Once again, proving that you don't need to own stocks. And if you need to make, if I had to take a choice right now where we're going, down. We're going down. What's that matter? Does it matter to anybody? I don't think it does, right? Now, whether or not you root for me or against me, and whether you're going to do anything with YEX tonight, my friends or my compatriots or my associates, or no, my acquaintances on YouTube, whether or not you do anything, let's price out a few ideas. By the way, they're still short the Urban, and you're looking pretty good now on the reversal right now. URBN short. You guys are making some more money on it now. Come on. Let's go back to that Urban trade. Very nice. Earnings reversal number 197 in a row. Congratulations. These guys know what they're doing. Why are they shorting Urban? Because of this. Because of that. Because of that. New lows. URBN. Because of that. Right there. 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversals. They work almost every time. Good for you guys. You got a little head start there on the 1 minute. So once it rolls over, you couldn't hold the 1 minute, and there's your entry right there on the double bottom break, 30.80. And now you have the luxury of whether or not, again, it's struggling to stay red, so maybe you start covering here. Maybe you're only going to get 15 cents more on it now that it went red. Usually when they go red and they're sitting here at 30.30, you're going to see this thing flirting with 30. So maybe you want to cover some. That's basically usually the way to go. Cover some. Hold on to the rest for the $30 move. Choke out. And speaking of stocks, right? Owning stocks. Oh, it's a load of fun when your stock's halted for a week. That's always great. I got that VFF. Hasn't traded since Thursday afternoon. I need that. I need to be worried about where this thing's going to open up. Why? But I am. By the way, new lows on Urban. $30.22 is a decent bid there. That probably means it's going to go lower. What? There you go. 22's just got hit. Now you're looking for 30.13. Come on. Come on. Come on. 30.13. Put your bid in. 30.13, 30.15, and 30.05 and 30.01, depending on how many shares you got. Sprinkle out your bids to cover. 17, new lows. Urban, short. Come on. Again, don't be afraid to cover a little bit while it's happening. And just don't let it go back into the red. So now if you're still in this urban short, which seems like some of you guys are, 30, 35. Just don't let it go back into the green and you're going to be fine. By the way, it's the beginning of May. If anybody hasn't partaken or partook or enjoyed or fulfilled or whatever word you want to use, your 1 month to hang with me. Again, nobody does this in the industry at all. A month with a master for nothing. No credit cards, no PayPals. You hang with me. I show you what this is all about. And then you will definitely make a decision to stay with me because there's nobody else that does this every day. I had 109 fever. I was in a coma on Monday, and I'm still trading and finding good ideas. Oh, urban short. Slow. No reason to cover the whole thing yet. So let me ask you a question. What other guy does that? What do we got? Who are the main competitors, right? Jason Bond, Tim Sykes, Oliver Velez, if you will. Warrior Trader. Any chat room you pick. Does anybody let you hang out for a month? Does anybody let you come into the chat room without giving a credit card? Does anybody let you into the chat room for more than a week without paying something? Nobody. You know why? Because I know what I'm doing. And every day, it's like Joe DiMaggio up in this piece. You know what that means, Joe DiMaggio? Joe DiMaggio said he plays like every day there's some new kid showing up for the first time, and he has to impress that kid. So that's what I do. I'm the Joe DiMaggio of this bitch. You feel me? And somewhere Jimmy's out there saying, oh, well, that Yex trade didn't really work out. Well, that Yex trade, I'm still in that Yex trade, Kenny. Oh, it's been 8 months. Still down. Jimmy, do I have to remind you that we made 40 points on a UVXY short to start the year? That's twice the value of Yext itself. So if you're going to sit there still harping on one trade, guess what? You're going to probably be able to make your money back tonight when Yext is back to $12. Let me see. How many of the CEOs are going to get arrested tonight on some sort of criminal espionage or some shit on Yext? So I'll be back so you could see my face drop when Yext starts plummeting with no volume whatsoever in the aftermarket down to 15, 13, 12.50. And you'll see me in utter fucking horror because that'll be another $4,500 thrown out the window or whatever I got left. And then I'll watch 19 more earnings reversals happen that I could make money on. So choose wisely, my friends. Choose blessing, choose life. And for my next phase of life, I'm starting a GoFundMe page. If anybody wants me to run for president, I'm willing to do it. I'm running on an independent, and I'm starting my own philosophy. It's called social communarchyism. I'll tell you more about it if you send me $5,000, all right? I'm starting a GoFundMe page. I'm running for president because nobody out there is doing anything for me. So I got a lot of stuff. I got a manifesto if you want to read it. I love guns. I love abortion. I love walls too. I like shooting people at the border. So just to give you a brief history of what I'm into. I love guns and I love abortions. I think abortions should be mandatory. I think guys should start having abortions just to see what that's all about. Abortions for everybody. All right. See you later, guys.